Welcome back to Odom's Homestead down here in Zone 7A, Tennessee. Today's video gonna be about a little bit of the strange, but what I'm gonna talk about is, guess what thrives in 105-degree weather? Let me show you what's thriving here. First, it will be this Miwok kumquat. Look at it. It is 105 degrees. I did mulch them in really heavy because 105-degree weather, you want to keep as much moisture, especially in them pots, as you can. But look at her. Look at her. She is putting on her kumquats like crazy. That one right there looks like it's about ready to turn. Yeah, that's one thing. Up next to her, this right here is my Myers lemon. Sitting on some lemons, sitting a lot of lemon, blooming like crazy. Yeah. Even right beside that Morris blood orange, which is, I think, is a rootstock now. I think the Morris blood orange part died back during the winter. But look, all the new growth and stuff it is setting. Looking delicious. Even this pink guava. Looking great. White guava. Looking great. All my citrus. I forgot about my Nagami kumquat. Putting on all this new growth, buds setting everywhere, and take it. This died back over the winter because I put it in a greenhouse and it didn't turn out too good, so it died all the way back. Actually, let me show you the original stalk. If I can get in there, I got this tied up now. But see that's the original stalk here. I had to cut it all the way back to there, and it's still doing all of that. So it's pretty hardy. Only thing that really I hadn't seen that much growth out of is this new one I potted up a couple months ago. This is that Brown Celeste Satsuma, which is grown a lot on top, and then I tipped it. I pruned it here, trying to get it to send out some more lateral branches down lower. But so far it hadn't did nothing since I did that. Yeah. You know, the citrus and stuff made for a hot climate anyway, so of course they gonna thrive. Mediterranean, that's where your feed is coming from, and most of them is thriving. See some wilting of the leaves on these back here that need to be watered. I actually put some more straw down here because when it's hot like this, you want to try to keep as much moisture in that ground as you possibly can. You know, these pomegranate cuttings come from California, from my brother Juicing with Jay, so of course they gonna thrive in this type of heat. That California heat right there. Look at that Panache Tiger fig. She is looking lovely. And imagine this thing was, I don't know, I'll say it was about 24 inches when I got it. Now I'll say it's sitting about 3 feet. This is my Ashia fig, looking great. That Nagami, little small kumquat right here I got from Bull's Garden. Shout out to Bull's Garden. It died all the way back. I thought it was dead, and it just started growing on about 2 months ago. Now look at it, looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. That's my little yellow long neck that I purchased, say about 2 months ago now. It is looking pretty good, coming along pretty nicely. Them red bananas, of course, they gonna thrive. Yeah. What else is thriving? Bananas. They thriving like crazy. Okra, growing in the trees, they thriving. Tomatoes, taking a lot of stress from this heat. And that's one thing about the tomatoes when you start noticing a lot of pests on your tomatoes, 9 times out of 10, you can have the healthy, most disease-resistant variety you can get. But if that heat is beating down on them tomato plants all day long, constantly, like mine are, it's gonna cause issues. And once they go into stress, that's when all your pests come in, because they can sense that stress that plant is sitting off. So that's when all your pests come in. I got them pulled like 5 tomato hornworms off of these already, but they still setting tomatoes. They're not turning green. They're not turning red as fast, but they still setting a lot of tomatoes. So yeah, leaving them in there. But we're getting back to what's thriving in 105-degree weather. Them bananas, they thriving like crazy. This Musu acuminatus, I love how that red stalk looking like that. This looks great. And the leaves got that little hint, a little blush red on them. There's some very beautiful banana. And this is a dwarf Cavendish. You can tell it was cultivated from this Musu acuminatus, because this is an ancient banana from the city. So you can tell it was cultivated off of this. And these are Musu Baju, the Japanese flower bananas. This is Violet. She always stays on my mind. This is Violet de Bordeaux fig. Thriving, looking great. This is in ground, 2nd year in ground. Threw off a lot of figs this first year. Didn't have enough time to ripen, so I didn't get to taste none of them. Got one here on this one now, and it's probably not gonna ripen in time, so I ain't gonna get to taste them this year either. And this right here is that Texas Evergreen. It is thriving. Blackberries taking some loss, so they not thriving. Texas Evergreen got one fig. I think that's all she got. Trying to put off some more, but probably ain't gonna get enough time to have enough of it. And this is Italian honey. You see, it's thriving. Pushing out figs everywhere. Looking delicious. Looking mighty delicious. So let's get back to what else is thriving. What else is thriving in these 105-degree weather is these melons is finally thriving. They're finally coming in. Green beans is thriving. But it is, my green beans are in partial shade, so that might be one of the reasons they're thriving. But they're thriving. I think I planted these maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And now, you know what I'm saying, they finna start putting out beans for me. So maybe I can get a whole good mess of them. That's another melon. If I can get it. Under all them weeds. Where you at, melon? It's hiding on us. There we go. Another little one. I don't think that one might not work. Sweet potato, thriving. I think it's about time to pull them. You can see how the ground's poking up, so it means we got a few taters in there. I can wait and they'll keep forming, but hey, they're thriving. Pineapples, no, don't look all that hot. So I can't say pineapples are thriving. But yeah, that's what's thriving around here. You got your pomegranate, you got your figs, you got your citrus, your kumquats, your pineapple guavas, your bananas, and your okra. That's what's thriving. Everything else, really struggling. Tomatoes is struggling. Some of the melons is thriving. Tomatoes is struggling. Cucumbers is really struggling. And pumpkins are starting to struggle. So it's time for them to come out. It's time for me to start my fall garden anyway. I need to get my greens in. My greens and my cauliflower. Yeah. That's what's going on here. That's what's thriving. That's what's not. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's Odom's Homestead down here in the Growing Zone 7A. Growing is my passion.